Welcome to the Morning Chatter Podcast with your host, Chelsea Ann.
Courtney.
And we got a special guest here, Miss Sandy.
Yay!
From Erica in Sandytown. We're super excited to have you here. Thank you so much.
Me
Oh my
too.
gosh.
It's going to be awesome.
It's
Sandy's
going to be
awesome, you guys.
Yeah, she has a blog with her and her wife, and they have twins, and they make toddler meals and healthy options for your kids, and really make you feel like crap if you feed your kids corn dogs.
If you want to feel really depressed about your meals,
you want to feel like shit about
her
yourself,
out.
just follow me.
Right? She was literally making sauerkraut this morning, and I'm like,
Hey, I had child labor for that.
I was impressed with myself that I got up before 7, and there Sandy is getting up at 4 making sauerkraut, and I was like,
Overachiever.
okay, she's got it.
I try. I fall asleep at 8 o'clock on the couch every day.
I
Don't
love it.
feel bad, girls.
I do. No. But why don't you let them know a little bit about yourself, like where you're from?
Okay, it's from Southern Orange County, kind of. I mean, essentially. I cook for a living, married, been with my wife we've been married 5 or 6 years.
Crazy.
5 years, 6 years? I can't remember right now.
So fun.
Been together 10 years. We have boy-girl twins. Instagram was just like a nice outlet, I guess.
Okay.
Like,
so is that how it started? You were after you had the twins, or
no,
prior?
if you like scroll all the way down to our very first post, it was when it was a picture of us like finding out we were having twins.
Oh.
I know, and I had like had my work page forever, and I was like bored with it. I'm like, oh, it's like pictures of food all day, great, it's super fun. So then when Erica was pregnant, I was like, we're gonna document the shit out of this whole pregnant. Am I allowed to cuss on this?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
have you met us?
sorry. Yeah.
Prim and proper.
Well, that's what I was like the whole time. Anyway, so then we just started off with like, I think she was maybe 5 months pregnant, but she looked like much bigger because she was having twins.
Yeah.
So so if you scroll all the way to the bottom, it's like our whole pregnancy, like 31 weeks, 32 weeks every week, and then after the twins were born. And
she always looked amazing. Like,
I know.
I gained 50 pounds. She
Dude,
did not
what
get
a
fat.
what a bitch, right?
I gained
She was
50
just
pounds
all
too,
belly.
Jack, and I was like, whoa, she looks amazing.
She
and
looks
has
great. I know.
2 babies in
I
there.
know. So 13 pounds of baby.
Wow,
I know.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
She's a rock star.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So that's kind of how the whole thing started. You were like,
Right.
let's document this so I don't forget it, and so we have like
Yeah,
kind of like
it's
a
just
little
a
journal
space, 'cause
almost.
Think about like all the photos that you put like on your computer. Like you're
Yeah.
never gonna see those.
I know.
They're in there somewhere. If your computer dies, you're fucked.
Yeah,
But
no, totally.
Instagram, it's like you're scrolling all the time. You're like, oh my god, I'm reminiscing. Let me scroll
and then
back.
they give you those like flashbacks too.
They give you
to
the
where
well,
you're
that's
like,
new,
oh.
but I love
Yeah,
it. I like
no,
those too.
for sure.
So that's just how it
So
all
it
began.
started out as like a twins journey, but then it kind of
Right.
turned into more of like a food healthy.
you gotta feed 'em.
Because
Yeah.
you gotta feed. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I try not to. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah.
But that's what you do for a living, right? You
Yeah.
cook
So I cook for a living, so I cater during the week with my mom,
Okay.
and then on the weekends, which I used to, so she has this like big industrial kitchen,
Okay.
and then I used to take that kitchen or rent it essentially, but my mom gives me it for free, because she's so
Very
sweet. So I used to do that all week long. I would do like Monday through Sunday, and I would cater for like families, and then I would cater for a school Monday through Friday, so like I was in that kitchen all the time. Then she started this like crazy catering business, and then I had like gotten a real job and then gone back and forth. It's just been a lot of whirlwind, but I've always kept like a handful of private clients. So
Oh, cool.
I do like personal chefing on the weekend, catering during the
Private
week.
chef.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. So your mom does the catering, basically.
Right. So she's like the
For-
I didn't know she did all that.
she's the ringleader, and then
She's
like
boss hoss.
rehabs, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, she like
Yeah.
they drop off the food for
Yeah.
the sober livings,
Yeah,
right?
basically.
Which is
Oh, wow.
almost
Okay.
in all of
Every
Orange County.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's like everywhere. We go like
Awesome.
everywhere. It's crazy.
That's so
All
cool,
of
though.
California, literally, like every state in America. It's like they're everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a moneymaker.
Wow.
That's good though.
Yeah, good
You know,
enough.
and it
Yeah.
keeps you busy.
Keeps me super busy.
Because
and
does
then-
Erica work too, or no?
No, so Erica's a massage therapist, and
Oh,
then
very
she
cool.
works like if I get home, she'll go to work like 3 to 6 or something like that. So she'll work a couple
God,
nights
so
a
she
week.
does work.
Yeah, she works a
That's
couple nights a
part-time.
week or has private clients if
Yeah.
she's lucky, and yeah,
Cool.
so we
That's
make it work.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
So that's basically how you got in. Do you have a culinary background, or was it just like, hey,
Yeah, Italian
my grandma
motherhood.
cooks.
That's about it. My grandma doesn't cook for shit.
Oh.
Actually, yeah. So it's my great grandmother that taught my mom how to cook, and then my mom taught me how to cook, and then it's like in your blood,
It's
you know.
better that way.
Yeah.
I feel like it's you can't really
It's
like,
intuitive.
teach.
It's intuitive
No.
cooking. You know, like
Yeah.
culinary school. I applied. I got accepted to like 4 culinary schools. I just
Yeah.
never went.
Golf clap? Golf clap.
just wasn't your thing.
Yeah, and it's different than, because when I cooked, I'm self-taught too. I took one little class, but it's like,
it's intuition. Like if you don't know how to you'll figure it out as you go.
There's only so much you can teach someone. I think.
Well, I'm legit not a good cook. I'm like a meal prepper. I'm like, I'll cook like 12 hamburger patties. And
I was just gonna say,
Chelsea will cook weigh them. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, here's your meats, here's your veggies. Go on with yourself. You know,
and
like
you and Bo are like crazy, like paleo,
I think it's
right?
because
keto,
we're like keto.
Okay.
Well, more like low carb. I don't think I'm like full low carb.
You're not.
Yeah.
She's not gonna label herself.
But yeah, I don't want to put a label on myself. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
But yeah, that's kind of how we do it. But I feel a little guilty because I don't do that with my kids. I mean, Luke, he'll eat whatever, sardines out of a jar, you know what I mean?
That's good.
But Jack is, you know what I
That's
mean?
good.
But Jack is, you know what I mean?
Good.
But Jack is like, he needs to move away. He smells like popcorn, and he'll freak out. No joke.
He
So,
needs to move away.
Were you always like that with your kids? Were you like right out the gate?
Right out the gate.
What did they call that? Baby.
Oh, lead weaning. Okay, so that freaked me out.
Choking.
Dude, freaked me. Okay, my number one fear is like choking. My sister choked when she was
So wait, what is baby lead
something.
weaning?
So
Like, what is
baby
that?
lead weaning is where you take like food, like what everyone's eating, which is what we've always done.
Skip purees.
You skip purees.
Oh, okay.
Essentially, you skip puree. You don't have to do whatever the fuck you want. You know,
Right,
so
but
like,
then it's not the title of baby.
yeah, I don't.
Just feed your kid.
Just shove those titles out the window.
Okay, so basically, let's say it's you feed your kids what you're feeding
What you're
yourself.
eating. Yeah,
Okay.
so you're eating like a chicken breast with like green beans and like mashed potatoes. Chop it up so it's like not so tiny or tiny but not like chokeable.
Okay.
Set it on their plate and see what they do with it. And it's more of like they want to touch it, they want to feel it, the texture, they want to like kind of see what it's about because when they start grabbing your food, that's like when they're ready.
Yeah.
You know, you can kind of tell like when a kid wants to eat something. You're like doing this and they're like, you know, like you're like, oh, you're ready to eat. So that's kind of what we did. And then I kept telling Erica like, dude, that freaks me out. Dude, that freaks me out. I don't want to do it. So then I did, like, when I was home with the kids, because she worked a lot back then, a lot more. So when it was, like, easier, they were less mobile. So I would do, like, purees with me, and then, like, she would be like, baby lead weaning. And I'm like, so they basically ate nothing all day. Great to know, you know? We did a blend because...
That's what we did, too. Just the combo feeding.
Yeah. I mean,
as adults, we eat purees.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You know?
Applesauce, soup, mashed potatoes.
But then you get exposed to, like, all those different kind of
yeah.
flavors. I think that's where I missed the boat. I was like, okay, here's your puree.
You also were on the boat 10 years ago.
Yeah, no joke.
Yeah.
Like, I'm way far past that boat of feeding babies. But even now, like, I wish I would have, and I still can. They're not, like, freaking 40. They're not. They're 10
That would be so weird if they were 40.
If they were older than you, Chelsea, that'd be weird.
What happened? But, you know what I mean? Like, I can start now. I know Jack has his own issues, but, like, would you suggest to, like, a Courtney who has a baby, just say, like, hey, feed them everything you can?
I feel just, like, intuitively, you should do, like, whatever you do. And, like, variety of life.
You're really good about
variety. I try to do as much
like
variety as possible.
I like
and try not to shop at, although I shop at Trader Joe's, like, every day. And Whole Foods and Mother's. Like, I go to all the stores. And Sprouts.
Yeah.
But the farmer's market, the market that you found, remember, in San Juan, or... Maybe cut that out.
Down south.
Yeah. Down south. Yeah, market you found down south. Real close to Mexico border. But you know, like if variety is the spice of life, and I get the farm to fresh box, you know, like
do.
So yeah, so I used to get the Harmless Harvest box. Not to put a bad plug, but they're not what they say. Anyways, so
farm to fresh is the
but yeah,
way
so
up.
I have been getting that Harmless Harvest box for like ever.
Okay.
And then I used to get the farm to fresh box like when the kids were babies, and then
makes
this
it
makes it easy
Because
like,
it just dropped off. They drop it off at your house.
They drop it off at your house. Plus, it's like seasonal, so you're eating kind of like that's like Ayurvedic,
that is like
you
a
know,
paleo
like
thing.
pull
If
from
it's
all
in
the
season,
spaces.
then you eat
right.
it.
Yeah, and like right now, like we can get mangoes from like Peru year round because it's like. Or Mexico or some country down south where they're like it's sun all day.
Yeah.
So like really they should eat that and like if it's winter we shouldn't be eating a mango in winter, you know, because it's just like not natural. But
I get
do
that.
you if you want to eat a if your kid only eats mango, give it to him.
Right.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
You know,
right.
like
Why not?
thank God we can actually get a mango in winter. So
That's true.
yeah,
That's true.
So we're lucky, but that was just kind of it. Like variety, I'm not going to go and buy baby food in a jar because it's like,
Well, that's
someone
silly.
made it 7 months ago and
weird.
it's on a
kinda
shelf.
weird.
Why is it shelf stable? That's weird.
Yeah.
This is like chicken and rice. Why is it on the shelf?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I did make
like
my.
dog
I remember I
food.
had that baby
Yeah.
blender. I made that, and then
Yeah.
you freeze them. I felt like I was feeding I'd be like an ice cube tray.
Yeah.
Like, all right, broccoli and sweet potatoes.
All right.
you know?
It's a astronaut lunchtime, everybody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, what are we doing? I don't
Yeah.
even know, but who knows?
But
Yeah,
that
but
makes it
you know?
easy.
But do you
Yeah.
feel like your kids are less picky because you went that route of exposing them to everything?
I just think that that's all they know. They don't know like what picky is because they're like, oh, that's what I'm getting fed today.
And you know, my
So-
parents were like that. We had 6 kids, and
I
my
remember
parents
eating
were
it.
like,
Your mom's like, that's
yeah,
what's for dinner.
That's what's for dinner.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
Go
like,
to bed hungry.
yeah. She's like,
No,
what's for dinner?
100%.
Food.
yeah, it was
Okay,
like, oh, and I never was.
Shit.
I was
Yeah.
never like, well, no, Mom, you need to take the
Yeah.
marinara off. Like,
No.
but I
You
did-
ate. If
yes,
you were hungry, you ate.
exactly.
Or if you didn't like it, you went to bed
And you were
hungry.
probably afraid.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Miss
Uh-oh.
Barron. She
Whoa,
didn't let me be in the
shots
vegetables.
fired.
Rude. Yeah.
Her loss.
Her life, she missed out. Yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
right.
we're
so
friends
high school,
in
elementary school.
and I told them earlier that Autumn used to watch you.
No, Autumn was like a
She
year
was
older
like a
than
year
us.
and a half older.
Wait, how old is Autumn?
She's almost a year and a half older than
Oh,
me.
a year and a
so
half older
she
than us,
was,
yeah.
we were 12. No, she was 12, and we were like 10 and a
10
half.
or 11. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, she
And
was
then-
just babysitting us.
But then it became like,
It's
we
because
need
you're,
to get you a
it's
microphone
'cause you're
to
gripping
claw.
that mic like goddamn life support over there.
I like this cooking
No,
chicken cooker behind me. Pass the my champagne corn.
Courtney's kicking a chicken on that side of the
I feel like a fucking rotisserie over here.
I was on that side last time, and I don't know. how
This
it's
isn't
called.
as close to me as that is.
Yeah,
Am I
I
getting
think-
tan?
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
you look
are.
tan, you're glowing,
We're
Courtney.
basically in the Bahamas right now.
Yeah,
Let's just
Just
give
imagine
that a little
yourself on the
shout out.
beach in your
Oh my God.
bikinis.
Exactly.
Come on, girls, get them on.
Exactly. Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's think about like the moms listening to this right
Okay.
now. Do you a busy mom too? Okay, let's think of like Erica. You said
Yeah.
she doesn't do the cooking. You do the cooking.
Yeah, I do the cooking.
Do you set up like
She does
one
everything else.
pot?
Do you set her up for
Like,
success?
do you
for
set
the
her
day?
up for things to be like, hey, put this in the crock
Okay,
pot, let's get going?
Yeah, so she does a crock pot. She tries to do a crock pot dinner once a week.
She tries.
She
Oh,
tries.
love
And but I mean, like, think about it. She tries. Like, think of
Yeah.
how busy you are with like Archer, just one toddler.
Yeah.
So she has 2 all day.
Yeah.
It's like nuts all by herself. And I
She's
constantly
awesome.
try to tell her like, just like stay with the kids and just like be with them and enjoy
Be
them.
present.
You know, be present with the
Which
kids.
is such a big
And
thing.
yeah, but then it's also she has like this beast of wife comes out. This place is like fucking shit. Why is it so fucking messy in here? You know, like it's just like it's a fine balance.
You're
Could
Yeah,
you
I think
be
it's
more
supportive.
present, please?
Don't I look more supportive? I mean, I feel supportive.
Right?
No, so we try. I mean, it's just like this fine balancing act. You gotta try to like figure. 2.5 years, we're still trying to. Almost 3. The kids turned 3. The twins turned
July.
3 in
On my
July.
birthday.
Yeah. Oh yeah, on your
July.
birthday. I forgot about
Oops,
that.
too much
My
info.
mom, we're cutting that out. My mom said that. My mom remembers all you guys' birthdays.
I don't know how.
Every Valentine, she goes, don't forget to call Sam. It's her
Sammy.
birthday. And I'm like, I'm going to talk to Sam in like 5 years. I'm like, but I see Sam when I go to the house. I'll let her know. It's so weird. But
So weird.
I mean, Erica literally is just like the house mom, and
Okay.
then like I'm the working mom,
Okay.
and we try to make it work. So like if I'm in the bathroom and I see
Okay.
the toilet needs to be clean, like I'll clean it because I'm there right now and I can do it really quick. Like
Got it.
Erica's more of like a longer thinker. She's like, I have to do that later. You know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do
Oh.
this now. So we just do things differently,
But
and
it works.
Seems
it
like
works.
it works.
Yeah. No, it totally works. So
I think you need that balance in
yeah, like,
relationships.
her
or
and I
whatever.
are polar opposites.
Yeah. I'm like that.
I think we have to be for
Yeah.
us
Are
to,
you and Jeff polar opposites?
pretty much.
Are you and Bo polar opposites?
Hello.
Hello. I think I've heard Bo speak like
Yeah.
4 words the entire time I've
You've
known
got
him.
me for
Yeah, right? I'm clearly the outgoing
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
But he balances me out because when I get whoop,
Bring
he
her down
can
a notch.
bring
Yeah.
me down, which works when
That's
you're.
'Cause I get
if you
whoop
have
a lot.
but if you have something like major going on with
Yeah.
the kids, you know, and it's like I can spin and be like, oh my gosh, I'm freaking out.
Yeah.
He's more calm and
He's
relaxed.
like, let's deal with
hey,
this.
we're gonna
it's
get through
calm."
this,
Yeah.
which is perfect. And
Where
I
I-
think that's why it's lasted 11, almost 12 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 'Cause
Damn.
it's like,
Yeah.
we balance each other out.
Yeah.
And same with your raising your kids
Yeah.
too. Like if you were both the same, I feel like you would be, I don't know, butting
They,
heads just a
well,
little
I just
more.
feel like also like your kids wouldn't be like as well rounded maybe, you know,
Yes,
or
exactly.
or something. They would just be
Because do you
just
feel
like you.
with your twins, do you, and
It's
you
totally
did say
different.
that like one egg is
Mine,
Erica's,
right? So
and one egg
Erica's
is
and mine.
yours.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
about that?
she has a question.
Is this
Dude, open book. Ask
Yeah.
ask
okay,
away.
This might be like
You don't have to answer.
weird, rude
It's okay.
question to ask. But do you like favor the one that's really, like
No,
biologically
everyone
yours?
asks. Yeah, everyone asks that. So in the beginning, like it's like a baby. Like there's no, you know, like
You don't like them.
you're already annoyed that they're there. No, I'm just kidding.
It's pure love.
But yeah, it's pure love. Like you know when you see it, but you know how people say like, oh, you see a baby and you're like, oh my god, like I'm that person.
I
Like,
talk different around babies.
Yeah.
I've noticed that with
You're like,
babies and dogs. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, look at that big
Who's
old
your
dog.
baby?
What the hell are you?
So it's the same. Like with two
You just
newborns,
instant
like
love.
you instantly
Because
love
I
them.
wonder that about like people that adopt
Yeah.
and have their own. It's
Yeah.
like, do you feel the
Different?
same? I mean,
I feel like it's the same.
That's
Like
your
there's
baby.
not, and I also like I've been there. We've been there since the beginning. We picked the sperm together.
That's so
You know what I
crazy.
mean?
Yeah.
So and it's crazy because the sperm donor looks like me.
Oh, you know what he looks like?
Yeah,
and
that was
everything.
like my stipulation for like.
Oh.
So we went to a fertility doctor and he was like, "Oh, go to California Cryobank," and I'm like, "Okay." So like we looked at it and it's like just pick the sperm and they're like, "I want to pick up your book right now, but I'm not gonna."
Yeah.
Looks like Brad Pitt with a hint of Johnny Depp and
What?
a neck of Jennifer Lopez,
So it's
and
like
then
a fine
and
wine
I'm
you're
like,
reading
yeah,
about?
it's like you're picking a
Hints
fine
of
wine
vanilla.
of hints of
It's
vanilla.
like,
I was
what?
like, and I told Erica, I'm like, dude, I legit can't have a baby with like a description. I need to have a baby
Yeah.
with like I need to
Yeah.
see the person's face.
oh, see, I
got
thought
it.
you knew him like
No,
personally.
no, we
Because
bought-
I've seen you mention him on your blog.
Like
Like
this-
once I
like
feel like I've
this
seen something.
sperm donor, yeah.
Okay.
So, but he like I couldn't. You know, can you imagine just like having a kid? Like you don't even know what's gonna come out. You like pop out an Asian kid or a black kid. Like
100%, yeah.
what, you would still love it the same, but your
It
kid.
said
But
hints of
still,
Brad
I'm
Pitt.
like, where's the Brad Pitt here? You're not looking Brad Pitty to me, okay? So it's
You're
like.
looking like Brad Pitt's brother. Doesn't he have a twin that's
Yeah.
a little like not
Wait,
cute?
Brad Pitt's brother? Oh no, that's Matthew McConaughey's brother's named Rooster.
Oh, okay.
This fun fact has been in here for
Random.
way too long,
Snap
but I'm
fun
so
fact.
glad I get to say it
waiting
today.
for this podcast.
I've been waiting for this day to get it out.
Secrets out.
Rooster. Like, who gets Matthew and Rooster?
That's a hippie mom and a super
Yeah.
mellow dad.
So anyway, so I told Erica, like, we have to find a sperm bank that shows photos. Because, like,
Okay.
I cannot have a baby with a description.
Yes.
Which,
got it.
I'm sorry, those descriptions are bullshit.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why.
Yeah, it's like a resume. You fluff that
You
shit
fluff
up.
that shit up all day long. Yeah, you
Like,
forgot to
okay.
mention something, I'm sure. So then, and I'll tell you how I know it's true that
Okay.
they forgot to mention stuff. So then when we found our sperm bank, Eric and I separately scroll through pictures, and then you write down numbers because each person is numbered. So, and then you can't see a picture of that donor until you pay $65 just to look at a photo.
Oh.
So $65 to look at a photo. So I told Erica, if we have the same numbers on our page, we'll narrow it down to
Oh,
which
that's
numbers
smart.
we have. This took us like months.
Oh,
to
I
like,
bet.
It's a
Dude,
big
This is
deal.
a big
okay,
deal.
how long did it take you guys to name your kids? Think of how
Oh,
long
yeah,
that
yeah,
took,
yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Think of how long it takes to pick a donor,
Yeah,
okay?
no, I couldn't even imagine.
So then we had some same numbers. We got those together. We then went online and we picked 3. We were like, okay, we have these 3 numbers together. So it was like a longer process with
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So then we bought those 3 pictures. So $65 for 3
Got it.
photos. So like the first picture, I'm like, they forgot to mention that snaggletooth. That's for sure. Like, pretty sure that wasn't in the fucking description. Next. So then we went to the next page. Like, they forgot to mention that, like, 7 head, not a 4 head, like 7. Like, that receding hairline since, like, 5 years old. Okay, forgot to mention
See ya.
that. So then we got to, like, the 3rd donor, and I was like, oh my god, like,
Failed to connection.
like, legit. Yeah.
Instant
Beautiful.
connection.
He looks just like.
Yeah.
Like, he looks just like me. Not really, just like, so we picked, like, my makeup, so, like, German, Italian, so, like, you can, like, type in what
Got
you
it.
want. It's so extensive.
No, but that's cool.
So then, and then we did, like, a little Erica, like, Erica's, like, a straight mutt, but she's, like, she's got, like, a couple things that are, like,
Yeah.
That you
solid
can bring from.
that you can bring from. So
Yeah.
then we picked this donor, and then, And like shockingly, I think Elliot looks a lot like me, but then when I look at the donor, I'm like, he looks a lot like the donor. It's
Oh,
weird.
really?
Yeah, and there's
Have you
I
ever
think
shown
Elliot
him?
looks just like
Have you ever
you.
shown your donor's picture? or anything?
No, because I feel like with social
Just
media,
kept
it's
them
just like
private?
too.
Oh, no, that's
it's
too
too
much.
small.
Don't
Yeah,
do
so I
it.
feel
Oh,
like
totally. I just didn't know if it was a public or private.
So,
thing.
no, so
Yeah.
it like it's we have it, but
Right.
and like one weird thing happened. So I don't know if like on like the website we're open. We chose an open donor just in case the kids become like 18
Oh,
and they're
cool.
like, I'd really like
What
to
is
know
he-
where it
yeah.
came from or
Yeah.
whatever. And he like wrote a beautiful letter why
Oh my
he did this. So, like we have
gosh.
all this material from him, which is just like
That's
amazing.
awesome.
And he was super young when he donated. I think he was like 27 or something.
That's
so
awesome, though.
yeah, super good. So then we got like an updated photo of him, and I'm like, "What's up, homosexual? You're gay." He had a choker on. No straight man. Jeff, would you wear a choker?
As he takes his off real quick.
He's like, "Never. What are you talking about?"
This whole
So I think like maybe that's why he donated, because I'm like, what straight man at 27 wants to donate? Like no one is even
Unless
thinking
they
of that.
need like the cash.
Or the cash, but they get like $20.
Oh.
It's like $20 to like $100.
So he wanted
And
like his
he wanted his like
jeans out there.
And,
Jeans out,
Yeah.
and he's a
he
nice
wanted
guy.
it open like that. Like
Yeah.
that's really cool.
So like one day he'll be
Oh my God, the
45. Oh, you
I
got
know,
the
me
children.
too. That's exciting.
One day he'll be like 45, 5 kids, and like my kids are gonna knock on his door
You're
and
like,
be
what's
like,
up?
"Dad, what's up, bro?
I wonder.
We're here."
I wonder about that though. Like, I wonder if they would feel like a connection. You know how like
I
you
don't
can
know.
kind of feel a connection.
Probably,
Like,
yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
we're all, especially if they're
Yeah,
in him.
yeah.
He's part of them.
I'm sure. And his letter was just so
That's
like
so cool.
when we got to him, and I was like, "Dude, this guy
It was
is
So they haven't
awesome."
met yet.
Never. No, they're not allowed to
Okay.
meet until after
They're
the
18.
age of 18. Yeah. So
Oh,
it's just
they're
an
not
open, and
able
that's
to.
if he updates his file. So like he has
Okay.
a profile at this sperm bank, and if he updates it every year, which we've actually already gotten like an updated photo of him.
Oh, I love it.
So he's gotten
Okay.
older, and like that's when I was like, because when we first got his
Cool.
his first photo when we saw him, he was like had a suit and tie on, like he's into finances or something. I
Okay.
forget what his job is, but we know like everything about him: his mom, his dad, his brother, his sister. Like we know everything.
Wow.
So
So that's
then-
the route to go.
It's I believe, you know,
Yeah.
like, and then we got this like updated photo, and it was like shaggy hair, choker.
assless
The
chaps.
assless chaps and like a wife beater. Are we allowed to say wife beater? I mean tank top.
Yeah, tank top, right?
Cut that out. Okay.
Who knows? Who knows? That's so cool
You know?
though.
That's awesome.
And now you have your little family.
And
Like,
are you
what
gonna
a
have
blessing.
more?
So we have 2 more genetically tested eggs in the freezer, and 5 not genetically tested. Which like
Okay.
genetically
It's more
tested.
expensive for the
Genetically
testing,
tested,
right?
yeah. So we had gone through 3.5 IUIs, so intrauterine inseminations.
Oh,
So we're
okay.
like, it's just like you guys do it with your husband, we do it with the doctor, and
Yeah.
like
Got
a little thingy that squeezes it in. So
Got it.
Like a turkey baster.
like a
kind
turkey.
of.
I was like, that all sounded really gross,
Yeah.
but yeah, like a
Along
turkey
those
baster.
lines.
Enjoy that visual.
Biggie.
Enjoy that visual. So yeah, with the turkey baster, and then those 3 times didn't work. And Erica's like the pillar of health. Okay, like the doctor's like, whoa. He's like, literally your vagina's like a clown car. You're like, whatever, no big deal. Like 14 people are in the room, and like I'm wide open on
Yeah.
the table. Like you just don't even think about it anymore. Because he like goes up there with his little thing, and he's like, oh, you have like 97 eggs on this side and like 47 eggs on this side. Like she's like literally like the uterus of a 17-year-old.
Oh,
They went inside me, and they were like,
You're out.
We're gonna lock this back up.
we're gonna
Throw
close
the
this
key
up.
away.
Yeah,
I think
like,
we figured out who's carrying.
seriously, like Elliot was my only egg, my only viable egg.
Really?
Yeah, I got nothing left, and Erica's older than me,
So
so like
then
I was
wait.
talking
Wow.
shit in the office. I'm fucking younger, bro. My eggs are gonna kill your egg. And the doctor's like, and he's the cutest little like Asian man. I love him. He's like, Sandy, be careful. Like, and I was like,
You
nah,
have
I'm
one.
younger. I'm like, you told me, Dr. Lynn, I'm younger. And then like it came out, and Sandy's eggs are like shit. All of Erica's like all of them took. I'm like, oh, we can't afford to take all of them
Yeah.
home. So
Yeah.
So you
know,
had
wow.
one egg, and that was Elliot,
Mhm.
basically.
Yep.
Aw,
And so then, if you
miracle
do
baby.
choose
Yeah, he is
to have
super
more,
miracle
would
baby.
it be
it is Erica's eggs. That's all we have left.
And then with the same donor.
Yeah. So you like inseminate all those eggs,
That
and
is
then
amazing.
they all have to gestate for 5 days, and then like they're viable. Pop those in the freezer. so
Okay,
then
so
when
they're
you-
like embryos.
they're embryos,
Yeah.
right? Frozen embryos. So then like when you implant them, you're technically 5 days pregnant.
Got it.
Okay.
So you don't know yet
In
if
a
you're gonna have
scientific
more.
more.
Now, did
way.
she have 2 put in, and then obviously those 2 stuck, or did
Yeah.
you do more?
No.
Okay.
We put her egg in and my egg in.
What a blessing.
And I talked to so many women on my Instagram page
Yeah.
that like my doctor will only implant one. And, like, our doctor, he's, like, black and white, totally told us the facts, which I love. He was the third doctor that we found because every other doctor sucked. He was like, I'm going to get you pregnant in 30 days. And I'm like, don't toy with my emotions like that. That's dick.
This is a detox.
Yeah, come on.
This is
And
real
then-
life.
Yeah,
Don't
and
tell
then
me.
they have their own agenda. Because they want to, keep an eye on they're used car salesmen, half of them. You just got to really do your research, really make sure that you, like, go to the seminars, really make sure that you're talking and going on whatever site that you can to see, like, who else has gotten pregnant through them and, like, what their agenda was. Like, I had an agenda. I knew exactly what I wanted. Yeah. And I wanted a doctor to let me do that. Every other doctor that we had gone to, besides the doctor that our last choice, wasn't allowing us to do what we wanted. Literally, we had one doctor, we walked in, and she, like, looked Erica up and down, and she's like, you can't carry twins.
Whoa.
What a bitch.
You know how bad I want to go back there and be like, what up, bitch? Check it out.
It's almost like, thank you for saying that, because they would have not have worked.
We stayed with her for a while until, and I told Erica that the day we left there, I'm like, I don't have a good feeling about it. I'm
you
super,
gotta go on
like,
your
my
vibe.
gut.
I'm big on intuition and guide.
We didn't go back. I mean, she went back for, like, 2 more appointments, but then we didn't go back. I kept telling Erica, like, you go to these appointments, I'm going to keep researching. And I did. And I found, like, the best doctor who was, like,
so cool.
Asked, like, are you guys going to be married for what? Like, he asked us, like, all these, like, super, like, important questions. I'm like, no one's asked us any of these questions.
Yeah.
Like, you're super nice, So,
it's kind of
he was a really cool doctor. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, yay or nay on the more kids?
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, probably. But it's just, like...
It's a lot if you think about, like, you have twins, and then do you
think about having...
You could maybe have twins again, correct? Yeah. Or would you just put one in?
Yeah, we just put one in.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Erica's like, what if we put 2? And I'm like, what if I died?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
well, I have a lot of
possible.
girlfriends who have twins,
But it's
and
possible.
they're, like, traumatized. They're all like, like, Jenna's got twins, my girlfriend Christy and her sister have twins, and most of them are like, nope.
Wait, your friend and her sister have twins?
Yes, my friend Christy has twins, and then her sister got pregnant 3 months after her and had twins too.
Wait, all natural?
All natural.
Damn.
Out of nowhere.
Really?
So we're
Okay, so let's get back to how you were talking about if Erica is gonna. I love how I say just Erica's gonna have more kids.
Yeah, I'm not involved
She's
actually.
like,
I'm definitely not gonna have any more
she's
with
a
her.
rock star,
Yeah,
though.
So do you not want to carry, because you could carry them with what you have made, right?
Yeah.
But you're
So
just not into
I'm
that.
so I could carry, even though, like, my eggs are not viable, but it was just like, could you imagine Sandy
It's like
pregnant?
you're better at this.
No.
Yeah.
Hey,
Courtney's
we
like,
all
I don't
have
have
twins.
Oh shit! It's right. You'll still hear
Sorry,
him.
you could hear
Wait,
him.
how come you don't have one of these?
It's alright.
Expensive, and we're not quite there in the budget
We'll
yet.
get there, Sans. Okay,
Put your
I'll buy her
Jeff,
one.
Jeff told you what to do.
Yes.
Listen to the producer.
Exactly. No, you're good.
So yeah, so we have 5. So we have 5 ungenetically tested eggs. So and then 2 genetically tested eggs, which is 1 boy, 1 girl, in the freezer that we already know about. So like one with the olive because, but then
Just
okay,
remember
Oh,
we
what
were
would you
talking
pick
about.
if you're only going to do one?
a girl.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean,
Girls are easier?
I don't know. Actually, well, yeah, you don't even know, Chelsea.
I have no idea. I
You don't
know
even
boys.
know, Court. No, girls are not fucking easier. Girls
Yeah.
are psychotic. Okay,
So we're choosing a girl.
Decision is made.
we like a challenge. I want to climb uphill to the end of
Easy
this.
route in life.
Accepted.
Easy boy, wild girl. We'll take another.
Okay.
Let's do
Erica's
this.
the one that has to deal with them all day anyways, right?
Sandy's like, yeah, we're gonna have a girl, 100%. Why not? Why not? Sandy's raising it. I mean, Erica's raising it. I just got so bad. Oh
I
my
just
God.
came home my dinner.
No big deal.
Fuck the rest of
No
it.
big deal.
Okay, no.
Okay, but girls.
So reason being
is
is like boys scare me because they're so damn.
they are gnarly.
So like
Boys are gnarly.
Elliot, so we had like our first like real big like scare.
Yeah.
So like I don't know, you guys have you don't have like an older boy yet,
Yes.
but
They're terrifying.
they're like like they do the crazy shit and you're like you're gonna die for
Yes.
sure if I don't.
100%.
If I'm not present at all times, you're dead.
Yeah.
Which like scares them.
Yeah. Boys are gnarly. They'll do anything.
Oh my God,
Like,
So
no
like,
fear.
so like Elliot, all he does like all day is from the table next to the couch.
Jumps.
Yeah, but it's not just a jump; it's a fucking flip. And I'm like,
Oh.
dude, like I'm
You're
like losing
stop.
my
You
mind.
need to move that table.
No, dude,
Yeah.
I've already gotten rid of all my furniture.
Yeah.
It's literally like a
You're
couch.
minimalist and you
It's
didn't want to be.
Yes, you need to like.
So we have like a couch and a table and
Exactly.
And he stands on it. I'm like, Elliot, do not stand on that. And he's like, okay. So then he thinks he can walk from the chair to the couch. And I'm like, and then he like hurt his legs because he like slammed into the couch.
Oh my
and I'm
God.
like, dude, just get off the chair and walk.
Yes.
And he's like, oh, okay,
Yes.
mommy. And then he
That's
just jumps back
boys.
on the damn table.
They'll
So
push
it's like
you.
terrifying. So he had his like first like real big scare. Like, so you know those, they're like agave plants, but they have these huge spikes. Thorns,
Yeah.
spikes
Oh,
on the
yes.
top. It's not just like, oh, it's like a, no, it's like a
freaking
freaking,
palm frond,
it's a frond, yeah, and
basically.
it's hard. So he was like hitting all the things as he was walking by, and then like the difference is like a girl's like, oh,
Gentle.
She was like, okay, I'm gonna walk.
So
I'm a
gentle.
delicate flower. And then Elliot's like, I'm gonna hit all these, and
Yeah.
all the bees are gonna fly out of the
Exactly.
bushes. So he's like walking by, and he's hitting all the plants, and then he gets to that, and he hits it, and the thorn goes completely through his finger.
I think I remember seeing that on your blog.
All the way
Oh,
through,
gosh.
dude. All the
So
way through.
Sad.
So it went through, kind of like on the side, but it went through, you could see it coming through his nail bed. Gnarly, right? Not to mention
you
he's
have to
2
go
and
to
a
like
half.
an orthopedic surgeon or
Dude,
something, right?
yeah. So we went to like, so Erica calls me and I'm at work and she's like, so, I'm kind of freaking out, and I'm like, spit it out, what's wrong? And I'm
Yes.
working.
Yes.
And she's like, so Elliot has a thorn completely through his nail. I'm like, I'll be right home. So I'm like, peace out, work, and I like
Yeah.
run home, and I get there, and my mom like follows me. There's like
Aw, your
a
mom's so
there's
sweet.
like a caravan.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, you hold him down, and I'm gonna get like my really nice tweezers and try and pull it out, because you could see it right there.
Ooh. It's like
And
kind of giving me chills a little bit.
and it was like, you know, you're holding down your kid, it's kind of scary.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it didn't work out. And then we went to like the urgent care, and the urgent care guy's like, oh yeah, there's tendons, this urgent. I wanted to smack this dude in the head. Like, advocate for yourself, because if you don't trust them, there's a reason, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
this dude's talking to me, and I'm looking at him, I'm like, yeah, it's a splinter, dude. Take it out.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
And he's like, whoa, there's like some nerve bundles and all this shit. And I'm like, okay,
No.
you're a fucking nerve bundle right now
It's
to
the
me,
tip of his
okay?
finger. I don't
Yeah.
really care if it moves ever
Yeah,
again.
I'm like, he can lose that finger. I don't give a fuck. I just want it to be out so I don't have to
Yeah.
deal with it. And then he's like, yeah, I don't know. And I'm like, okay, so how about you try? I'm like, don't you have anything numbing here? Had I had like something numbing at my house, I'd have been able to get it out myself. But because Elliot's like, okay, cool, can I watch? You know,
Oh,
like,
okay,
because he's like a
typical boy.
boy.
He's a boy.
Yeah.
It's just so funny when you're like, they are who they are.
Yeah, they are who
You
they
know
are.
what I mean?
Yeah,
Like-
boys are just gnarlier compared to girls.
Yeah.
Like gnarlier physically, and girls are gnarlier emotionally.
Yeah.
Which I feel like, because I am a girl, like I can deal with it. I'm like, shh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
stay
yeah,
over
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Let's put on something so you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
just
yeah,
start.
yeah.
You know, like.
Yeah.
But
They're very
boys, he's
emotionally
like, if
charged.
I'm gonna jump on this, I'm gonna do a triple double flip, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna crack my head open on the floor. I'm like, I can't deal with that
Yeah.
right now, dude.
Exactly. No.
That's
that
what it
boys.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
But
Erica keeps
that all
saying.
got take care of.
So
taken
yeah,
care of?
we went to the orthopedic. So then went to the urgent care, and they were like, go to a hand surgeon, and I'm like, okay.
Cool.
Like
First,
I
but
saw
I'm-
him. I saw the hand surgeon. I did the math. 7 minutes. I paid $197.
But he pulled it out.
No,
Oh.
he didn't do shit. It was just to show him. And then he's like, yeah, I can't do anything. I still paid $197.
Yeah, you're definitely having a girl the next
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
I'm like, okay, cool. So then he was like, if it gets infected, then go to the emergency room, and because they wanted to put him under to take it out. And I was
Oh,
like,
no, no, no,
he's
no.
2.5.
No,
Like,
I
why
don't
would we
do
put
that.
him under?
For
Like,
splinter.
a splinter. It's essentially a large splinter. And he was like, well, hopefully the body will push it out. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna trust the body. And that's like tying it back to like food and everything else.
Yeah.
Like, trust your body. Like, if that doesn't make you feel good when you eat it, don't
do
eat it. Yeah, like.
exactly.
So we soaked
so
his
true.
hand in Epsom salt every day, 3 times a day, and then it came out.
That's cool though.
Let it go.
Let it go. So yeah, so then it came out, and now his nail is like grown out a little bit, and you could see like where the thorn was. There's like a huge hole in his nail, straight through. You could see like the bed of his nail, but the thorn's gone. Like one day, Erica like woke up and she's like, the
It's
thorn's
just
gone,
out
and
of
I'm
it.
like, go search the bed, because we wanted to see it, and I couldn't find it. And I'm like, where the did he eat it? Like,
Yeah,
where'd it
right,
go?
right,
Yeah.
right. Shower.
So we don't know.
maybe In the bath.
In the bath or something, Epsom salt, because we do like
Yeah.
Epsom salt
Oh,
baths.
that's good to pull it out.
Often
Yeah.
for the magnesium, so everybody
we do
sleeps.
too, yeah.
Right? You're like, oh,
Well, my
hey.
kids don't do it. Oh my god, I'd be like, sit in the bath with some
Chelsea
Epsom
sits in
salt.
the bath. I
Lavender.
haven't seen a fucking bath in. You're lucky I showered today.
At
Margarita
10 years old.
Yeah.
10-year-old. Seriously, once
I
you
know,
get to
once
a
you
point
get to a
where you're
point.
like, cool, I'm telling you, this is the only reason why I'm doing this, is because I now feel
You have
like
the time.
I have
And she's
somewhat...
doing it with someone who doesn't.
Yeah. Courtney makes time though. That's right. We're kind of good too because we balance each other out too. She
Yeah.
makes time and I'm like, cool. Now I have time. I'll do it.
Hell yeah.
Sure, I'll show up on a
10,
Saturday.
10 and 9, right?
10 and Oh, he'll be
How
10
old's-
next week and
he's
then 7.
7. Oh, he's 7.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
Dude,
wild, for sure.
Time flies when you have fun.
For sure. No, for
Or
sure.
you're just busy as fuck and you don't have time for anything else.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you have
But
kids.
that's exciting though, if you did
Yeah.
have another one.
So if we have another
But
one,
that's
we
good,
have
you
2
would only
eggs.
have
Yeah.
one.
And then we have like 5 more that like, as if you guys had, like no one's gonna genetically test. If you're like, I'm pregnant, you can't genetically test it unless
Yeah,
you do
yeah.
like a amnio or whatever,
Okay.
essentially. So those are like just there, which
Yeah.
we'll do nothing with.
It's crazy.
Yeah, just
So
donate
wild.
them or donate
Wow.
them to
How
the
fun,
toilet.
though.
I don't know.
Crazy
And it's such an
journey.
adventure.
Yeah.
Twins must be so crazy. Like I
Yeah.
said earlier, like my friends who have twins,
Yeah.
and then they were like, no, we're done.
So was that natural?
All natural. And
Shut
she did
up.
know, both of them knew that they had twins in their family.
Yeah.
But it was never like we're for sure going to have twins.
So I have twins in my family. So I was like, my grandpa's a twin, and then somebody else in my family is a twin. But it's like far up.
Yeah.
But they
Yeah.
say like you're the next
You like
generation
skips
to
it
do
or
it.
something, right?
But I think it
And
comes
the mother's side.
from the mom, and
Yeah.
it was
Oh,
my
I'm-
grandpa, so it wouldn't
Thankfully, I
essentially be
have
mine.
no more kids because
Yeah.
my mom has twins on her side.
Is she really?
Yeah, so
Shut
I'm
up.
glad we stopped.
Yeah.
I love how Bo is
I'm
always
glad we
like,
stopped.
we should have had twins and just knock it
Jeff
out.
would
I know.
love
And I'm
if
like,
we had
knock
twins.
it.
No, that's what
Ow.
Erica said. Like, okay, we have 2. Like, we knocked it out of the park, and I'm like, yeah, like that's great. And then like, so now, so she has been saying like, let's have another kid for a while.
Yeah. I feel
And
like
I'm
you start
like-
saying it at about 18 months. When
Yeah.
you get 18 months, you're like,
Because they're like,
they're not a baby
they're
anymore.
yeah, I
so
want a
cute.
baby.
I want a baby.
Yeah,
That's
so
when I started.
the thing is that so the reason why we would implant 2 if we did it, which is not a very guarantee. Like I have a good friend, her and her wife, same thing. They did one of her eggs, one of her wife's eggs.
Only
They
one
implanted
kid.
both and only one took.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they don't know whose it is, which is even like more cool. It's like a
Ah.
mystery.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
So I'm a very, like, Erica's like, let's not find out what they are. And I'm like, you're fucking high,
No.
bro. We're going to find out what they are. I'm like,
do you know who my mom
Yeah.
is? We have to have the biggest baby shower ever. Come on. I
but
remember
like,
that baby shower.
I know, dude.
That was
It's crazy.
fun.
But like, if you have all this science and like you're in the now, why
Yeah.
not? Like, we can find out everything, you know? Like,
Exactly.
if I could genetically make them perfection, I would. Right?
That
What's
would
that
be no
movie?
fun
I
at all.
know. No fun at all.
They would
you
just
sound
be
like
sitting
Erica.
there,
You sound
prim
like
and
Erica.
proper.
So if we did do 2, it would be because our doctor said like when you implant 2, it actually helps your one stick.
Oh,
So,
because
like-
they feel it.
Right. So all these women that I talk to on Instagram, and they're like, "Oh, my doctor will only let me implant 1," and I'm like, "Get a new doctor." Like I can't tell you how many emails I've had of
You've
women
sent
like
out.
at midnight, like get a new
Get a
doctor.
new doctor.
Yeah, like just advice from what I've been through. Like I've seen 4 different doctors, and all of them were so drastically different, but they still had their own agenda. And then we found like our great doctor, and he was like, "Whatever you guys want." Like
Yeah,
his-
you have to do
you're
what
paying-
works for your
and you also have to
family,
advocate for
100%
yourself,
At the
like,
end of the day, yeah.
you're paying this man or this person for a service. It's like going to Starbucks. Like, I'd like a latte with this, that, and the other, you know, and like they're gonna be like, actually, I think you're gonna want vanilla. And you're like,
Yeah.
You should get sugar free.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how about
Whoa,
no?
whoa,
Yeah,
whoa,
how about
good
I'm
judgment.
paying for this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So so he told us if you implant 2, it actually is more stable for the one to stick. Even if you only get 1 egg, because there was 2, it helped that one stick. I don't know. He had some scientific way of explaining it, which
Yeah,
made
yeah,
sense
yeah,
to
yeah.
us.
And like,
You know, I'm something of a scientist myself.
So if we did, so the chances of Erica getting pregnant with twins if we just implanted 1 go up like 17% because she's already had twins.
Yes,
Okay.
that's
So
what
then
my
I
friend
told
said
her-
too.
Yeah.
You could even have with them. They were saying they could have triplets.
Yeah. So we know a girl. It's amazing, and I say like we know a girl. She's like on Instagram, but
Yeah,
like
yeah,
we
yeah,
talk
yeah.
so much. Like she's a mom of triplets. We talk so much. Her and I. She's like a nurse. They're moving to like south.
Okay, cool, cool,
Sanda
cool.
South soon. So
Sanda
and-
South. I love Sanda South, by the way.
Sandy's cut off. She's
I'm
empty.
moving there, so I've been empty for a long time, Courtney.
It's just natural.
This is just my natural.
Yeah.
I've been
Oh.
up since 4, dude. This is my lunch period. Okay. So she implanted 1 egg triplets, identical triplets. So her and I we chat a lot. And
That's
she's
cool.
like, yeah, we're doing purees. We're starting that. Like fuck, you know, just like back and forth. And it's just like, and like one of her kids has like aspiration, so she has to like give her like a tube feeding. It's just like
Rough.
so much. Yeah, it's so much like gnarly stuff. But like you have that chance when you do like any type of like fertility treatment.
Yeah.
So like that's why Erica and I are like, can you imagine having like identical girls? Like I might die.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah, it's a
because
lot.
they're so emotional. Girls are so emotional. Like Olive has a straight up tantrum like on the floor, and I'm like, talk to me when you're done, dude.
You know what,
Let
though?
me know,
Because
you know?
I watch your stories,
Yeah.
but you and Erica are so calm.
But we're also so
You're
different.
so calm when she's having her tantrum that I'm just like, because my
Yeah.
kid used to have
Gnarly
holy
tantrums, yeah.
moly fits, where we literally had to set him up with like a timer. It would be like, hey, dude, just so you know, we're gonna leave the park here in 5 minutes. Here's your timer. It was the only way he would leave.
And
Or
he
else
was
he
like,
would throw
okay, when
a
this goes on.
fit. He was the type that needed to know exactly what was happening because he's on the autism spectrum.
Yeah.
But like he needed to know. Like it was like an anxious thing. Like, okay, are we going to go here or are we gonna leave? Like
Yeah.
I would pick him up and be like, we're on home, and he'd be like, whoop, and it was like
Full and out. Yeah.
what?
Well, I will say, Chelsea, the calm ones are on film. The not calm ones, obviously, I don't have my phone
I've
in
seen
hand.
a couple of freaking out ones. I like it. It really makes me like,
Yeah, it's just like
kudos to
yeah,
you,
it's
'cause I'm like,
crazy.
you guys are amazing moms. I mean, I seriously, every day I look at your stuff, I'm like, how do they do it? I'm like so impressed with
Thanks,
the way you
Chels.
cook, the
Yeah.
way you parent, like
I know, how do you have the
everything.
time to even like do those?
That's why I get up so
Do you
early.
think-
I make the
Yeah,
time.
I literally do
Just
not.
go.
No, but that's a
I
thing.
know.
It 100%
Yeah.
is a thing because we all have the same amount of hours
Hours
in
in
a
a
day,
day. Yeah.
but
How
it's
you
how
use
you
them.
spend your days.
It's true. Yeah.
You know, and I think it's awesome. I think we should try and wake up earlier.
Oh my
I
God.
wake up at 6, is that
Challenge
enough?
accepted.
Should I
Challenge
try and
accepted.
wake up
Alright,
at 5?
whatever,
I'm
boy,
not
five,
waking
is
up
that
at
the time?
Well, we usually
With
set
my matcha decaf coffee because I don't want to go buy creamer or whatever your thing was.
Like you, Courtney. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm back on the sauce, but I've been
Good.
on the half calf for
That's
like
good.
the half calf train for a while
We
now.
need this.
You know, I just
Which
use
is really, it's like a
collagen.
quarter calf.
I
Really.
just put
No,
collagen in
none of
mine.
that shit works. Everyone's like, try butter. I can't tell you how many emails, how many Instagram messages I get. Try butter. Try this, bitch. I've tried it all.
You just love
give me the
half and half.
coffee.
There's nothing that's gonna compare it
To
to
half
half
and
and
half.
half. Nothing.
Yeah.
I've tried that Primal Kitchen
Oh yes,
creamer.
yes.
Sucks.
Yeah.
I've tried butter sucks.
I do
Coconut
have whipping cream.
sponsor.
What about
Yeah.
that whipping cream?
Not gonna be our sponsor this time.
Bummer, I love
Coconut.
him.
I know. I freaking. Okay, wait. Do you watch it? Do you watch his Mark's
Sisson?
Apple? Mark's Daily
Yes,
Apple.
Daily
yes,
Apple.
Love it.
I love
Success
it.
stories.
I
love
I
it.
get their like mayonnaise. I'm like, why?
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
mayonnaise dude buy it at Costco. It's so
Why?
much cheaper.
Yes, I do.
So
That's
much
what I do.
cheaper.
I love Costco.
Dude, Costco, like becoming like a family, you're like, Costco is cheaper.
Costco's
Because
the
I used to be
place.
like, why the fuck is there a Costco? Like, that's just a waste. It's not.
It's not a
It's
waste.
not.
We
Yeah.
we
cheaper.
do a lot of our shopping at Costco
Yeah.
actually because
I have like a specific list.
I have a man at
Costco
home that
list.
eats
Costco
like
list.
a beast. So and then
You know what I was
my
looking
children-
at when you like posted your like coffee and like Bo in the background? Bo's like fucking rich.
Jack.
Yeah, he's fucking jacked. He
gym's
wasn't.
on the
Why?
way.
Why? Because he
Bro.
makes the time.
Bro,
every
do you
day.
even lift? Bro.
He has to.
Dude.
Didn't say what his job is, but
We
he
are.
has to.
We already know. We're on
They
the
don't
in,
know.
we're on the inside and you're not. Yeah. But
I
dude,
don't
like
know.
he's so ripped.
Yeah,
So I
but
was
he
thinking
really
like
does.
5
He,
years ago
like,
he wasn't that ripped. He was
he was
leaner,
smaller.
much leaner.
He
But-
is
but
smaller.
cut,
He
much
was cut,
leaner,
but
yeah.
he was smaller. But now he likes the way he's at bigger. 'Cause
Oh, he
feels
likes the
safer.
way he feels.
You know what I mean? When he's at his
Because
job.
he's
Yeah.
because he's
But
big.
he does jujitsu. He works out 5 days a week in the gym, and he's like that. He
Okay,
wakes
now
up.
how does he
wakes
have
up
the
and
time?
he makes
Right.
the time. It's
Yeah.
exactly what you said, though. He
Yeah.
legit makes the time. He's not one to be like, oh, I'm gonna miss a workout.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not like that
I've missed
either.
2 weeks of that this month.
I have to work out though.
Yeah.
Personally, like, and I never thought I was gonna be
Yeah.
like that. I thought I was just gonna be kind of like,
Yeah.
But once Bo got me into it, if I don't work out like during the week, I am real short fused with my kids.
I feel the same way, but I don't always like I
But
make
you
the time
spin,
for like
right? You do spin classes.
yeah. I was having these heart palpitations.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was having.
Oh, scary. I get
So,
them
like,
too
I-
sometimes.
so
It's creepy.
Do you get it when
Okay.
you drink too much coffee or when
So
you're
that's
laying in
workout
bed
is-
at
So
night.
that's why I thought. So that's so I have heart palpitations. Like I wore like a heart monitor for a while.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
was all eons ago.
That's okay.
But I have a heart palpitation. So
Yeah.
like I have an extra heartbeat like sometimes.
Yeah.
And so I was
My
doing that
dad has
spin
that.
class and I was thinking like I'm gonna catch this bitch.
Yeah.
She's like she's fucking going so fast. Okay, so like I have like short legs, so like I did it. Okay, I used to do spin class all the time. Like I'm a good 30 lbs bigger than I was before I had the children. Like I don't even have the fucking kids, dude. You know. So I was like I'm getting back into like my old ways and spin. And then like for like that last 2 weeks, I noticed this like. And I was like, oh, like walking into Costco, dude. I'm pushing the kids, and it was like, and I was like,
Whoa.
oh, and I'm like, Erica, I'm
Scary.
like, if I go down,
Here's the list. Don't forget the
Don't
coconut
embarrass
oil.
me.
But I told her, I'm
And
like,
get my half and half.
don't forget that. But I told her, I said, I'm having this like weird sharp pain in my chest, but I
That's
think it's also like
scary.
stress. Like toddlers are
You know,
stressful.
stress plays
Stress,
a
caffeine,
major
yeah.
role in your health.
And
Lack
maybe
of sleep because
lack
you're
of
up being an
sleep.
overachiever.
and then
Yeah.
maybe working out too hard, like
no,
too fast.
You,
You
can
know what I
actually do
mean?
that.
Like too hard, too fast. Like
Yes.
I haven't been to spin class in like 4 years.
You
I'm like, I'm
legit-
gonna hit it
Go
today.
hard. Yeah, no, you need to ease yourself into that.
Yeah, so
Totally.
like I wasn't using it.
God,
So
you
yeah,
gotta
so,
give yourself a stroke.
so yeah,
That's
so
scary.
then I told her, here's like, it was like for like a week I kept feeling this, and like I work with my mother.
Yes.
Okay.
Scary though.
It's
I'm
not
not
always
legit concerned.
I know, I'm just laughing at her.
I'm like, it's just a second.
Don't die on our
Just give me a
camera,
minute, I'll be
please.
good.
I'm like,
But it was like I would notice like my mom would say something to me at work, and I'm like, ah! And I'm like, you guys stop talking.
yeah, oh no.
Yeah,
oh,
or
God.
like we were drinking, like I was drinking like coffee. I'm like,
And then you
six
feel it
cup,
again.
and I'm like, oh, I'm like maybe I'll switch to half.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So did it go away?
So yeah, I haven't had it for like a week.
So maybe you
So
need
if
to
I
do,
die, this podcast is going
please
real
don't.
long.
I'm scared. Maybe you need to do like yoga or something.
No, I do. So
Okay,
like
good.
Meditation.
they say like I'm supposed to do that Tai Chi shit.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
I bet Eric
Have
is
you
so
have
good
you
at that,
met
though.
me? Like I'm
No,
like
I
if
know.
I'm not intense, I'm fucking over this.
Yeah, but
Eric,
that's
I've
what
been
you
kicked out of
need,
yoga
though.
class.
Yeah, that's why I don't do yoga. You would probably really good at CrossFit
Yeah,
because it's
I know,
intense.
I know, but I'm
No,
scared I'd have a
seriously.
heart attack.
No,
dude,
for
you know
sure.
what's his face for a heart attack? The guy who was
Bob
from
Harper.
Bob
Yes.
Harper.
Yes.
Dude, I
Crazy,
watch him.
right?
I love his Instagram.
I
Watch
like
his
him, too.
Instagram
I
for
follow
good
him,
meals.
actually.
He does like super like a lot of
I
vegan
follow
and some
him.
fish. I love him.
Yeah. No, he's
I'm
really.
not into his clothes, but everything
Yeah,
else
me
is
neither.
you.
But he's
Like
cute.
you're so good looking. Why
I've
are you
been
wearing
watching
those
him
fucking
since,
clogs?
Since seriously, Biggest Loser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one time when I went to the CrossFit Games, it was like I
You
was
got
there.
your picture taken
I
with
got my
them.
picture taken with him because I was so excited, and my friends were laughing at me. They're like,
It's Bob Harper. You're like, yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
fucking
I
Bob
know,
Harper.
It's Biggest
Yeah.
Loser. I used to watch that show all the time.
Yeah.
So
That's
it was he's fun to watch for sure.
No, he's
But-
super fun to watch. And then he had that heart attack, which he had like enzymes in his blood, which made
Yeah.
him more prone to it.
Yeah, exactly.
wasn't
So
the
it wasn't
food
the,
and everything,
and it
but-
wasn't like, oh, you did this workout and you're
No,
gonna die.
yeah.
You know
But he
what I mean?
happened to
But-
be at CrossFit.
Yeah,
And
but
then they had that thing, that electrical, like,
because
that
you
thing
have
called?
one at your gym.
Oh,
What's that thing? Yeah,
yeah,
where
yeah.
they like. So that's what saved his life
Yeah.
because he was like dead for like minutes, and
Yes.
they put that thing on him, and that is what saved his life.
You would have died.
So
Crazy.
never work out at a gym that doesn't have one of them
Exactly.
electrical things.
Mine has one.
Yes, I know. I think it's one for our fitnesses.
E-perb?
Something like that.
Something like
Defib.
that.
Defib.
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 Yeah, good e-burb. Yeah, me
E-burb.
too.
Yeah.
Who's
I
drunk?
get
I'm
it.
not
We're
sure.
going back to the apps.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm the one that gets it right
That's true.
eventually.
That's
Chelsea,
true.
what time is it? Because that one day's gotta work.
I
doesn't
know.
it?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
I do. So okay.
I know.
So
I
then,
do.
should we wrap it up? Then, do you
Let's
want
wrap it up.
anything else you want to go over?
Closing notes, please.
Closing.
Yes.
Okay.
What would
girl.
you like
This
to
was a
leave
lot
our
of fun.
audience?
This was a lot of fun. I want to be invited back.
Oh, please.
Okay.
We'll do it again. We can actually
Okay.
schedule that in.
Okay, good.
Wait,
Chelsea's
hold on.
like, let me
Let me look at
write
my
it
books.
in later. Closing notes. No, follow me on Instagram.
Yeah, where can they find you?
So Instagram, I do my blog, which has like a lot of recipes on the blog. Not as many as it should. And I think just like I don't even remember. I haven't been on that blog in a while. And that's
So
it.
best place to find you is probably
Instagram.
Erica and
Sandy
Sandytown.
Town on
We'll
Instagram.
tag you.
Yeah,
We'll
tag me.
Tag us.
That
I'll
I-
tag you too.
Tag me if you tag me. I actually
Tag
I
you're
have
it.
Yeah, we have a YouTube channel too, Erica and Sandy Town. Courtney's like, no.
Oh, you have YouTube
Yeah,
too.
so we have a YouTube channel too, Erica and Sandy Town as well.
Yes.
Perfect.
And so
So
All right.
this is so
That's it.
fun.
Yeah,
Thank
super
you
fun.
so much
Thank
for
you so
coming
much
over
for being
and
here.
yeah, thank you
making
guys.
us laugh our butts off. My abs hurt. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Good.
And you didn't have a heart attack.
Not yet.
The morning is young.
Still waiting it.
So thank you very
Morning
much.
chatter.
Yes.
Cheers. Now shut that shit up. All right.
What?
Wait, what are we doing?
I'm like, wait, let's watch it. What else do you
Yes.
talk about? When's the last time
Yeah.
I went to fucking happy hour? Yesterday.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.